And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Insomniatic show that constantly reminds you how old you're getting with the cartoons we watched all throughout the years, only known as the Tuesday Night Special. And a prime example of that, folks, well, for those Johnny Bravo fans out there, this upcoming March, that show will be 25 years old. Yeah, let that sink in. That tells you how old we're getting, doesn't it? But besides that wake-up call of reality from cartoons I've watched from yesteryear, I think it's time for us to check out a couple of those cool screenshots and whatnots, along with those video game hits and clips from the Indie Cade world, for another edition of the Indie Cade Triple S Deluxe. And we might as well head on over to the Indie Cade store once again. And the first game that we have up comes from none other than the developers of Stranger Gravity, also the same as the publishers with their game, Gathering Sky. And with this game with a beautiful soundtrack and a chance for you to migrate a whole bunch of birds from one area to the next, here's hoping in the near future for this game that reminds me of one of those nature documentaries from, I guess, National Geographic on birds. Here's hoping they give you a chance to not only control, and yes, Maestro, I'm gonna say it, a flock of seagulls, a gathering of crows, or murder of crows, or even a flock of geese as well. Yeah, here's hoping that you get a chance to control all of those birds with the beautiful music that they provide in the background. And the next game that we have up, which comes from the publishers of Alwar Premium and the developers of Victorama Studios, Badlands Games, and Publishing SL with their game, Don't Feed the Monkeys. And this game, since Maestro said we mentioned on the show before, but like we say here all the time, it never hurts to mention the game more than once, automatically reminds us of not only the way things work, but also, strangely enough, of the Upright Citizens Brigade. Which I really wish they would bring that back on TV, but that's besides the point, because here's hoping in the near future, just like the way things work, they give you a chance to interact with different objects while you flick the channels over during this said makeshift TV-like show. And according to the Maestro, it's not really a TV show, it's you observing people in their everyday lives. So what, a Truman Show? Oh, Maestro says no to that too. But whatever. Anyway, folks, with that out of the way, and a show that I got a feeling is Truman-like when you play it, we now head on over to the sound wall for this week. And the sound we have up comes from the composer and audio director known as Damian Sanchez with their titled song of Blues and Bullets featuring Isa from the video game Blood and Bullets from the developers A Crowd of Monsters. Nice developer name, by the way, too. And when I close my eyes while listening into this song, I'm automatically reminded of me and the Maestro having our own detective agency, solving cases that has been unsolved for well over 3 decades, only to run into our toughest case of all, where a little girl would walk into the detective agency asking who murdered her parents, only for us to give us the tough decision to tell her that it was her uncle all along, the one who was trying to go after their estate. And yeah, it's currently raining in the background, and the fact that we gotta tell this wide-eyed little girl who her real uncle, who was her friend, who did all this, yeah, it's not gonna be an easy thing to say, but somebody has to say it. Somebody really has to say it. And with the Maestro with a tear in his eye after that little, breakdown scenario we just gave you, folks, if you guys and girls out there want to check out any other cool games and sounds from the Art Wall, Sound Wall, Screenshot Saturday Showcase, or even have your games featured on there as well, or during any of the festivals that they got coming down the tubes in the near future, which is a lot of them, folks, you can head on over to their IndieCade.tumblr page, only known as IndieCade.tumblr.com, or head on over to their Facebook page, known as Indie Cade, or even their Twitter, Instagram, Flickr, YouTube, or website that is named the same but is always just as critically acclaimed, only known as, you guessed it folks, Indie Cade. And with that said folks, we might as well head back to this music and continue to listen to these diamonds and rough as we try to turn your Tuesday night into a Friday night, only here, right here, on the Tuesday Night Special. So don't fall asleep just yet folks, and stay tuned.